And we're back! Welcome back to the channel, everybody! I'm your host, Frank the Tank. American Eagle rises! Let's do it! Look outside here. I'm in Michigan. It's like 60 over degrees in March. We call this fake spring. Yeah. Because like in 2 weeks, like 10 inches of snow I don't know. Well, there's gonna be some cold, but we call this. But yeah, it's so warm right now, man. I just came back from a nice long walk, and I thought I needed to wear a coat, and I got a hoodie on, and I got like an undershirt here, and I'm wearing like whatever you call those. I don't want. They're not yoga pants. I don't know what the hell you call them. Those athletic. We used to just wear jogging pants or jogging sweats, but it's not the 80s anymore. Or was that the 90s? I don't know. Who cares? Anyway, so yeah, nice. Came back, and I'm like hot. It's like time to, like I said, it's so hot around here. It's like time to start stripping naked. You know, I'm still working on, I've never had six-pack abs, even when I was like 170 pounds. It's elusive, Raymond. You're doing fine, man. You got six-pack abs at your age, dude. Keep it going, man. I don't know, man. Some of us are struggling with that. Anyway, yeah. Get to the damn point, Frank. What the hell? Yeah. So anyway, today I was going to show you guys the garage today, but I'm going to still do that. I'm going to record it today. I'm going to show it tomorrow, right? So if you're new to the channel, I just remembered, welcome. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe or consider subscribing. And, hey, you want a, sometimes unhinged guy, kind of balanced guy, crazy, or all at the same time, what's that movie, Everything All at Once? I don't remember it. I think I have the money. But there's a channel, his name is Tony, and I think it's God Rules, and he's got like, I don't know, it's like, looks like 5 channels, and they're all the same basic name, but I think it's actually called God 2. I'll put a link down below. Check it out. He's actually, I think he's about almost my age, and he's actually an engineer. He's either in Indiana or Ohio. I think it's Indiana, something like that. But anyway, so like, what is going on in the world, man? Like, if you haven't seen the amount of evil that's on this planet, it's just ridiculous. So he sends this. He does a couple like little, like this is what happened. I don't want to say newsworthy stuff, but he finds these things, and they're like his videos are like, I don't know, like 20, 30 minutes, and he has like a couple of things. But this one he was talking about was a Saturday Night Live skit with Lady Gaga, and I was like, I don't want to know. Like, I don't like her music. Never really liked her anyway. Whatever. She kind of, I think at one time she was kind of hot, and then like, I don't know, she just started getting, I'm trying to remember what year it was. I don't know, what, 10 years ago? Hell, I don't know. She started looking weird, and I'm like, I don't know, there's something wrong with her. Yeah, there's something wrong with her, alright. She might have sold a certain contract, it was right here, and she just traded it, but yeah, it's like the whole skit, and you should see it, right? I mean, if you've seen it, you're like, this is all news, Frank. Sorry, man, I'm an old guy. Saturday was only a couple days for me, right? So that's, that was like just 5 minutes ago in my life, right? Damn it, Brian, stop. It's probably someone else. Sorry, Brian. He's on Facebook. He messages me here. So anyway, yeah. So the skit is like, satanic, and they're doing they're trying to summon this demon, and like 2 demons come in, or satanic, and people think this is funny. Like, are you kidding? they're mocking not just you, they're mocking all of us, right? They're mocking you like, haha, what are you going to do about it? You know, and they're trying to sell it as comedy. Like, well, are you joking me? You know, when did Christianity become a joke? Oh, that's right, when people didn't stand up, right? Again, I'm not saying, you know, religion is awesome, right? You know, a lot of people hide behind religion to do nasty stuff, guys. There's a lot of, like, evil people in the church, right? Don't get me started on that, right? But, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see this stuff, and it's, like, blatant, obvious, right? And come on. I am so mad. So, anyway, the thumbnail, I got a really good thumbnail, so you're like, why are you using the thumbnail? I'm trying to spice things up for you guys. I don't know what's going to work, so try to find like a thumbnail. It's really hard for me to come up with this stuff title-wise. So today's is the Archangel Michael basically destroying Satan, because that's one of his charges, right, is to take care of this, you know. I mean, God made Satan, so I guess, you know, he's got to outsource it. You guys think that's blasphemy? What a, get out of here. Come on, man. Anyway, right? So, actually, one of the shirts I got right here, it says, do not make peace with evil. Destroy it. Destroy evil. Right? Like, you know, kind of the theme of my channel, man. Stand up for what's right. You know, you see evil, you don't just go, oh, you know. No, man. You call it out like, that thing's evil, man. Like, boom, boom. Maybe don't do that, right? Right, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like, it's time, you know, right? There's no negotiation, right? We don't negotiate with terrorists and feminists. That's actually, it's a joke, and it's real. We don't, nope. No negotiations. We don't care. You can't give us anything, man. At least for me, anyway, guys. So, yeah. But I think this is actually St. George, and he's killing the dragon, right? And the dragon is an analogy of Lucifer, Satan. If you guys don't know, they're the same, right? But Lucifer was an angel, right? He wanted to replace God, or he wanted to become God, you know, supplant him. So he had a little rebellion, but not the good type, right? You know, he's like, let's get these guys out, and we want some decadence in here, man, right? You know. So, yeah, you know, God's like, yeah, I saw that coming from a mile away, right? And he's like, get out of my place, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, right? Like, my boy over here, he's rounding up all the people that need to get out of here, right? Oh, you're not paying your taxes? How the hell did you get in here, right? Wait a minute. Why are we paying you? And these hardworking people, right, they got to pay taxes, and they can't get, you know, access to... Anyway, that's not what we're talking about today. But I just wanted to use that analogy, right? So, yeah, so you get sent down, a third of the angels. Some people say it hasn't happened. It has. It doesn't really matter, right? It's the story, right? There's some truth to it. How much is it? We don't know, right? But that, right? You don't entertain evil. And again, I'm as honest person. Like, I don't beat the bush, right? I'm not giving any bullshit. It's like, I'll just say it, right? And a lot of people just don't like that directness, right? I don't know. I'm getting too old for this stuff. I don't have time. I don't have time for the pain. Whatever that dumb song was. But yeah, guys, it's everywhere. And if you can't see it, again, I'm not trying to make fun of you. You can't see it, right? Just consider that, right? And look more, right? Like the, you know, whatever, the little triangle, right? Like here's your assignment. Hopefully you have one. If you don't, you better go to the bank. Okay? Pull out a dollar bill. All right? Yeah, it's funny money. It's fiat, right? Actually, slight sidebar. Read the top. All right, read the top. It'll say Federal Reserve note. Frank, what is that? Okay, do you know anything about debt, right? Have you ever heard of a promissory note? Promissory note, right? Right, like a mortgage. So the dollar bill is a promissory note. I owe you blah, right? To make matters worse, that is a 0% coupon. And guess what? They don't even print this shit anymore. Pardon my French, right? Anyway, on the back is the symbol. Again, I think it was hijacked years ago. Maybe the Freemason, maybe the Mason, whatever. Maybe it was good and they got hijacked. Most likely, right? That's how everything goes. You get something good and then it just slowly decays, gets hijacked. But yeah, there's a pyramid, right? Well, there's a couple different things about it, right? But it's three sides, right? It's the evil Illuminati, right? So maybe I had a good meeting at one time and then it got hijacked, right? I'm telling you, you go look around, like pick up stuff around your house. You'll probably find this weird symbology, this iconography. You'll find it. It's like once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's like you're like, no, why, Frank? Why did you open up my mind? Like, now I gotta put this tinfoil hat on. Like, dude, look at my hair. Yeah, I know. I got hair, but look, it's getting out of hand. It's so messy. Yeah, you're all like, oh my God. I know. It's like one of those things in life, right? You want what you can't have, right? And then when you have it, right? Guess what you do? You complain about it. You're like me. I got hair. Like, oh God. And other people are like, you fucking asshole. Go ahead, call me that. That's fine, right? So I should appreciate it, especially at my age, right? Like, if I do this, right, like, it's not too bad. I think I got like a little, like right here. It's kind of like, so if I pull that part art up, it like what do you, help me. Hairline? Yeah, hair. I don't know. I need to eat more eggs. But I'm not a billionaire. Anyway, let's get back to this, right? Come on, I'm trying to entertain you guys. Come on. That's another thing I think in life. Another sidebar, right? You got a couple of choices to respond in life, right? Like, life either you make life happen or life makes you, right? And then I remember the first time I heard it, it didn't make a lot of sense to me either, right? I was just like, what? So we choose how things affect us. Like, what? Someone cut my arm off and I choose to, that's, no, right? Bad things are always going to happen, right? It's how we allow it to affect us, right? And we may have a knee-jerk reaction, right? We might be like, bleep, bleep, bleep. I shouldn't bleep because I've already dropped a couple bombs here today, but you know what I mean? And then like, all right, let's get over let's get over ourselves, right? Let's move forward, right? Like people throw insults at you. That's like a whole nother thing. And like every time, I'm on YouTube and people are just getting all bent out of shape out of what people comment. Like, who cares? Like, number one, like they're wrong. I'm telling you guys, most haters, they're wrong. Like, I've seen people, it's like, especially like, I still struggle with it, right? Like, I don't really think I'm that attractive type of guy, right? But I'm not butt-ass ugly, right? And someone will be like, oh, you're fucking ugly. Like, really, dude? Like, come on, right? But, right, it just because someone says something doesn't mean it. Like, and here's another thing that I believe, again, Crazy Frank, all right? Let's just say 80% of the people in the world think you're unattractive, right? That still doesn't mean it's right, right? Look at the cough era, right? Everyone's saying it. Everyone's doing it, right? And I'm telling you, man, I had two people that didn't bug me about all that crap, right? But that's just it, right? Just because everyone believes it doesn't mean, number one, it's true. Doesn't mean it. I mean, it could be, or maybe to some degree, right? But we right? We give their thoughts, their actions meaning to us. So why? Why are we taking on this additional burden, right? Life is tough, right? It's like, why are we making our life even harder, right? So, sorry, that was a little sidebar. Gosh, I can't even talk right now. I'm so excited, but I'm also pissed off, man. I'm telling you guys, there's so much evil around here, right? Look for it, right? And when you see it, again, stand up, like, or at least be aware of it. Try to make other people aware of it. I'm kind of done trying to make especially like my family and whatnot. They'll never see it. I'm sorry. They're probably. I don't know if any of them will watch it. Maybe my sister. She's the exception. She probably does see this stuff, right? But like, just most people, they're like, Frank, what are you talking about? I'm like, you can't see it, really? It's in movies, right? And that's another thing too. Like what they show in movies, it's not 100% fiction, right? That's the scary thing, right? The things they show you in movies, that's just a little tippy tip of the iceberg, right? They call it disclosure, right? I'm trying to remember where I learned it from, but like they're saying like, hey, in the universe, we have to communicate our plans, right? So these evil people have to show you, right? But they don't come out and tell you, right? They'll put it out, hide in plain sight, and then they'll be like, well, we told you. And you'll be like, what are you talking about? Oh, whoa, this movie over here, right? So in movie, right, they'll show technology. They got all this technology, whatever, Area 51 or shit. There's probably other places that have even crazier stuff, right? But they don't want the underlings, us, the people that live on the surface, right? Whatever, call them reptile people, demons, whatever, they're down there, But yeah, you guys, it's everywhere, right? You look at Washington, D.C., there's so much symbology, iconography, right? I mean, or old paintings, right? You'll see like these dragons and demons and I mean, all this stuff wasn't made up 100%, right? There was something there, right? That's like most stories, right? Like you have to have an element of truth. You can't just make something from nothing, right? Like that's a whole. Like I'm not an atheist. Like it almost seems like it takes more faith to believe in atheism than, right, to believe a God, right? Like we can debate like how things started, right? Or I kind of think it's a circle, dude. Like, I think it's just keeps going and going. Whether or not we come back in a different body or the same body. There's some people thinking that, right? But to just think like all this, right, just came from nothing. Like, what? That logically doesn't make sense, right? I mean, if we boil it down just to what we know, right? Like I don't just go out in the world and all of a sudden, poof, a new car just, hey. I don't know, maybe if you're a criminal, you got to do it. So you still got to do a little bit of work, right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, no. And like, but anyway, with that said, guys, I'm just saying, guys, like, confront evil, right? Like the previous video that I had, right? Act in spite of fear, right? Call this stuff out. You're good, right? Don't worry. You're going to be like me. Everyone thinks I'm a nutcase. Everyone's thinking I was a nutcase even when I was a teenager, all right, guys? So I'm a well-experienced black sheep of the family, all right? And that's fine. Some of us people here came on this earth to help educate everyone else, right? We're here. Some of us are here to pick up the banner, right? Like I think in a previous life, I was that guy that, it's like everyone's looking around, waiting for the first, right? And I'm just like, fuck it, right? And I go grab a spear, right? And I'm like, let's go, boys. And I just charge into the line, And I don't even look back, right? And then all the guys are like, yeah, let's do this, right? And then then we win the day, right? Or whatever, right? Maybe in another life I did it and no one came. I just died alone, right? That, I'm pretty sure I'll be like, I died. I'm like, son of a bitch, I gotta do it again. I gotta do it again. God's like, man, how many times are you gonna do this? Like, you really want to do this? Well, you got, yeah, you're something special. We're gonna put you, we're gonna make you an Xer, right? We're gonna put you in America, right? Because there's, we need to help it, right? We got all this evil crap around the world, Anyway, that's just my take today. Again, I don't care. Call me crazy. I mean, it's right and it's wrong. And stand up to evil. Stand up to things that are wrong. That's why I say, find out what it is that's important to your life, right? What's that saying they say? Right? If you don't believe in anything, you'll fall. If you don't believe in anything, you'll fall for it. If you don't believe in something, you'll fall for anything. Something like, why? English, motherfucker, do you speak? That was pretty funny. I don't really like that guy, but I like when he says that stuff. But anyway, sorry for all the F-bombs. Sorry, but not sorry. You get authentic myself here. I'm done playing, right, guys? Hopefully you know that. So anyway, thanks for listening. And I encourage you to stand up again. I know I probably said that 3 times, but I want to drive a point home, right? And look, keep your eyes open. Look for things that are right in your, literally it can be right in your face, right? And, it's what they call it, the spirit of iniquity, right? Right, not to get too religious, but I'm going to slightly modify this saying. I love this saying, by the way. It's in, I think Paul's, which, I can't remember which one of his books, but I know it was Paul, right? And I think it's in the same, is it, not Ecclesiastics. I can't remember this stuff. Yeah, Frank, just spit it out, Frank. Come on. We're in suspense, right? But I think it's in the same book that he's talking about. Put on the full armor of God, right? But I'm going to just slightly modify. I call it for modern times, right? We wrestle not. Or hang on. We wrestle not only flesh and blood, but against principalities, upon powers, and dark forces in high places. Excellent quote. Damn, man, like you could. That's spot on, though, right? I mean, he's just saying we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, right? I mean, I'm saying we do both, right? We wrestle against flesh and blood, and on top of it, if that wasn't enough, right? The dark forces, right? I think there's a great light, but there's dark forces everywhere, right? And I hate to say it, like some people have that spirit. Some people have, like they unwillingly, unfortunately, they don't even know. They've invited these dark entities, right? You can call them what you want. There's probably different levels of demons and just darkness, right? So remember that next time, right? Just because we can't see this stuff, there's a whole other world, right? That's like right here with us, but we're only in 3 dimensions. We'll call 4th dimension. I'm not quite saying it right, but we live in space time. It's not like 2 vectors that you can change, right? You can't have time without space, and you can't have space without time, so they're one and the same. But that's only to say that, right, like if you're in 2D, right, imagine you're on a piece of paper, you can't see that 3rd dimension, right? That's what I believe. There's probably like some damn demon trying to get in my house, like, when's he gonna mess up, right? When's he gonna curse God so I can get in there? And right? I mean, or there's another verse in the Bible. I think it's in the Old Testament though. Um, oh God, what was it? But anyway, it was one of the kings, and he wasn't doing right, and then one of the prophets or something came to him, and he didn't want to do the right thing, and then like the guy that was gonna like take over, I don't want to say take over, but it was just him, and he's like, man, how are we gonna take on this big enemy force, right? And then he actually, I think was it Isaiah? Oh my God, Raymond, maybe Raymond knows. Raymond, please. But he was like saying, hey, can you open my eyes? Like, can you open your eyes of your sermon so I can see? And then he saw, in a moment, he saw the heavenly host ready to like take on. He was like, wow, right? So, guys, there's some truth there. You can't just say, oh, it's all made up. It's just a crazy book written by, right. It's not fallible, but, there's stuff in there. So anyway, that's just to say, right, guys, it's just, right, you can't see electricity, right, but you can sure feel its effects, right, it's there, right, hey, how does a plane fly, right, or there's another saying that says, one man's magic is someone else's technology. I'm trying to remember who said that one, too. That's a good one, right? You think it's magic, imagine, right, some advanced person, right? I'm pretty sure this happened on Earth a long back, right? You come down, right, and they're like, woo, they haven't seen anything flying, number one, right? And then someone that looks different than you, maybe they're a little shiny, right? Look up the, I think Noah, what was it, Lamech? I don't know, yeah. So Noah was like a little shiny. You guys should look into this. I actually have a belief that Adam and Eve, they glue. I think that's how. Anyway, I'm going all over the map here, but anyway, that's to say, thanks for my thanks for listening to my ramblings. But again, open your eyes. It's everywhere, even if you don't see it. Right? Be true to yourself. Be true to the light. Be true. Be true to what is right, and stand up for it. And what's the worst thing that happens, right? We all die, right? We all die anyway, right? Do something that your conscience will be, right? I want to inspire other people, right? Because I know when I inspire other people, we all uplift each other, right? That's what I believe. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm an old man, but guess what? I'm not going to change my mind. So, with that, peace out. Soldiers, I'm out.